What's up, everyone? Um, I decided to start with the configuration part of this video series, and I plan to use this topology. This is one of the topologies that Cisco um, mentioned in one of the webinars that I have been doing. So for the lab exam, you're expected to have a topology like this. So in short, you might have a large company with headquarters site. You might have a service provider part and some branches, and those branches that are connected to the headquarters, either by using private network, using a service provider, or using internet, using an internet service provider. The objective is to make this infrastructure functional, and according to all these topics that are covered for CCIE exam. Okay, so I'll be deploying these technologies in different sections. That's how I want to do it. So for instance, I plan to start here with the service provider part, as we'll need the transport to connect headquarters with the branches. I haven't started yet to configure, so I want to we'll start with a single one, and I'll pause the video and I'll show you guys the result. I plan to start with OSPF, and I'll be using OSPF version 2 and OSPFv3. Let me see this in the bullet points. So V2 and V3. And we're going to see the difference and different ways to configure it and how to do it. Okay. So I'll be using this VM, and this I'm running Ubuntu Linux. The reason why is that the Cisco environment will be running on Linux. It won't be running on Windows. So I've been using Linux for a while now, and I'm feeling quite comfortable using Linux. So I'll be using for this video Linux as well. Well, some of the difference for those who've been using EMEG on Windows, that when you click on the router, it would pop up a telnet session to the router. Well, this doesn't happen, at least for me. I haven't figured out how to do it. But the alternative is to initiate a telnet session to the router, and all you have to do is to telnet to your VM IP address, and the port is going to be the router. So for instance, if I want to connect to OSPFv3, the port is 32811. Okay, and I'm connected to the router. Okay, so I'm going to do this for all the routers at the service provider network. And here the idea is I'll configure this part using V2, and this side I'll be using V3. I'm not sure whether they're compatible, but let's see. And I'll have also those two routers. They're going to be ABRs. ABR stands for autonomous border routers. It just means that it's connected to the backbone area, and backbone area in OSPF is area 0, and the interconnection between both routers will be area 0, but this side they will be in ASN or area 64512, and this side is going to be 64513. And the way to do this is that OSPF is enabled on a per interface basis. So it's not the router itself, it's just per interface. So I can have multiple areas in different interfaces. So that's what I'm going to have here. And I decided to do this way because in the future what I want to do is to make these different AS. When we get to BGP, we'll be deploying BGP using confederation. So this is going to be in a sub AS 64512, and this side is going to be in ASN 64513. But outside of this AS, they will all be seen as AS 100. Okay. And I'm using these numbers on purpose because I want to use private AS for internally and the public AS externally. Okay, so pause the video and actually I'll start configuring just one of the routers, SP48, and I have it right here. So let me see what I have configured so far. Host name, loopback 0, and what I'm going to do is the loopback is going to be the router number. So this is router SP48. Let me zoom in this so you can see better. Yeah. So this is going to have loopback IP address 48, and on interface 00, so 01 is going to be 3. Actually, I have to fix that, and I'm going to do it right now. Actually, so let's do. Select this interface 01 IP address 172.16.1, and I know it's going to be 48/24. O2 is going to be 16.2.48, and 00 it's going to be 3.48. If I were to check this, I have 1, 2, and my interface 0, 2, it's shut. Okay, they're all up. Now let me check my routing protocol. So I enabled OSPF using the interface configuration. Using the network on the routing process. For the process ID, I'm using 64512 and area 64512. Yeah, so that means that I have OSPF to show IP OSPF interface brief enabled on all of these interfaces. Okay, so this is one way of enabling OSPF, and the other way, actually, let me use Notepad. Typing directly into the router isn't the fastest way, so I've been using a Notepad to have a basic script and then just paste the configuration to the router. So right now, if you were to configure, let's go to 39, and 39 is 32.807. Quit. Okay, let me do this. 6A, 6, 32.807, and I'm in. No, I don't want. So the router, it's blank, there is no configuration yet. So I'll start with some basic, and it's going to be enable conft no IP domain lookup, and the interface is going to be I'll start with 00 IP address. It's going to be this one 16.5, so this means it's going to be 39, so it's going to be 172 16.5 39. Right, let's 555. No shut, and now copy and paste this. So then it's going to be 01, it's going to be 8, and then 02 is going to be 7, 02. It's going to be 7, 0, 3. It's going to be 6, and then I'll have 1, 0. 1, 0 is going to be 4, and then I have 1, 2, 1, 0. That's it, right? 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. What is 3? No, it's wrong. 0, 1, 2, 3, 3. Oh. 3, it's 2, 0. Okay, then I have 1, 0. Let me see. I always make confusion with something. So 0, 0, it's 16.5. 0, 1 is 8. 0, 3 is 2. And that should be 1, 1, 0. It's 4. And I think something is missing. Oh, that's 0, 2. That's why. 0, 2. Yes. And 0, 2, it's 7. Okay, let me check again. So 0, 0, it's 5. 5, 0, 1, it's 8. 0, 2, it's 7. 0, 3, it's 2. 1, 0, it's 4. And that's it. So this one's going to be loopback. That's going to be 172 16 0 39 62. Okay, and you notice here that on SP48 let me show, where is it? I have OSPF configured, enabled using the network inside the routing process, and for this one I'm going to do is to enable directly on the interface, and I'll be using IP OSPF. Process ID can be different, but I'll just keep the same. 64512 IP OSPF area 64512. All past here, 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 here. Okay, done. And I'll set the router ID 64. It's going to take the router ID from the loopback, and I'll just set as 00. This is going to be 39. Yeah, what? 72 16 0 39. Okay, I think something's missing. Yes, and its host name is going to be SP39. And there is something also I want to add here. Line console, logging synchronous, exec timeout 00, and privilege level 15. So this isn't related to OSPF, but I don't want the console to time out, and if I type any errors, I don't want it to start trying to solve. And if I passed, everything's okay, and I should see OSPF adjacency, and I have OSPF adjacency with 48. Okay, it's full. I should have some OSPF routes, and I have, and my neighbor is 172.16.048. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to do the same for all the routers in the service provider domain. I'll pause the video, and once this is done, at least for this part, then we'll get our return, and we're going to configure this one using OSPFv3. Okay. So we are back, and right now I have configured OSPFv3 on this side of the network, and I'm going to configure now SP47. And what I'm going to do is on these interfaces facing this side, I'll configure them as OSPFv3, and this one I'll configure as E1. I mean as OSPFv2, and then I'm going to redistribute those routes from this domain to this domain. Okay, so I have here a script ready, and this is for OSPFv3. I have to enable IPv6 unicast routing, IPv6 CF, and at the interface level, I have to enable IPv6, and this is the command to enable OSPFv3. That's the process ID, address family, and the area. So once I paste this onto SP44, SP47. Okay, so I should have 1, 2, 3, 4 adjacencies, and 1, 2, 3. It's missing one. 0, 2, 0, 3, 1, 1. I don't see 1, 1. I don't see 1, 1 here either. It's not here. Okay, I'll add that in single interface. So it will be 1, 1, and that's supposed to be 1, 16, 13, 44. Oh, Okay, I did something bad. Something is wrong. Okay, let me check this. Here we go again. So 0, 0 should be 12. What am I doing here? This. Oh, crap. Let me see. 1, 1 and 1, 0. 1, 0 should 0, 1 should be out of picture. Yeah, that's the correct one. Let's see if this solves the problem. Ah, okay. Now it looks better. So I have one neighbor, two neighbors. No, it detached it. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's see if it gets fixed. Let me check our OSPF. And I have for OSPF6.5. I'll just reboot this lot. And I'll fix this. This should be 6.4. I noticed that the process ID and the area is different, so it has to be 3, 3, 3, 3, and 3. Okay. Let me check again. So that's 47 match. Process ID 6453. Okay, and I shouldn't be using this syntax. Has to be OSPFv3. Yeah, OSPFv3 process ID, IPv4, and that's the area. Okay, let me start with 0, 0, 0, 0 should be that's SP47. This looks strange. Okay, 47. So 0, 0 should be 12. 47. And I'll change this here. And then I have 0. I have 1, 1. Should be 13. 7. And then I have 0, 3, 14. 0, 3, 14. And then I have 0, 2, 0, 2, 15. What the? Yeah. OSPFv3. Yeah. And lastly, 1, 1 I already have. So this I'll make 0, 1. And that's going to be 1147. And this is going to be 6, 4. And they have to be the same one. IPOSPF. Can be the same, different process ID. But they have to be in the same area. My loopback. I think something is missing. Yes. IPv6, unicast, routing, 6F. Oh, and IPv6 enable. Yes, and I have that here, and 01. No, I don't need it here. Okay, and I think that should do it. If everything's okay. No, hope everything is all right now. Okay, it's back. OSPF is not enabled. Which one? Back. Look back. IPv6 enable. I prefer to make the change on the script because if something is wrong, I can just paste it again and I can reuse the script as well. So do show OSPFv enable. So I have my 4 JCCs working for OSPFv3, and I should have 42, 44, 40, and 46 that match. And for OSPFv2 to show OSPF neighbor, that's weird. One. It's 47. Just checking, and that should be 41. Okay, so router ID duplicated. Why? That's 47. So that's strange. Shouldn't have the same router ID. Here it's 41. So why are you saying duplicating router ID using different? 6, 4, 5, 3, 16, 0, 47. Okay. Nice, better. Do show it. Switch neighbor. Okay, and I should see all the prefixes, all the networks from this side. Do show IP. Yes. Yeah. Oh, no, that's not what I want to check. Yeah. So I have 48, 45, 43, all those prefixes. And if show OSPFv3, and I have the ones on the right side. Now, if we check on R44, so IP route OSPF, OSPF, I don't have 48 here. Okay, so because they're not compatible, OSPFv2 and OSPFv3, what I can do is to redistribute those prefixes, and on R7 now I can just do it on R7. Actually, I have to do it on R47. So I think this is OSPFv2. What I can say is OSPF6413 subnets. So I have injected OSPFv3 routes into OSPFv2. If I come here on 48, let's show up here on OSPF, I should see 44 and 40. Where are they? I have 20. I don't see 40. I see 40. It's here. Okay, 41, 42, 43. I don't see 44. Did I enable 44? Check that. Yes, it's enabled. Oh, that's the problem. It says 41. IP address 172.16.0.44. Yeah, now I check 44. Yeah, so these should be advertised now. Yeah, now I can see 44. Awesome. And 44, it's okay. My 47. Yeah, now I see 40, 42, 44. And I have to do the same for OSPFv3. Now I'm going to inject OSPFv2 routes into OSPFv3 domain. That's going to be 64513. Address family info, and I'll say redistribute OSPF. And I believe that, well, I'm running a different one. Should be 64513 as well. Let me just check. Yeah, so redistribute OSPF 64513. And I don't have the subnets options. Now, if I check on 44 right now, to show the route OSPFv3, I should have reachability into all the routers inside service provider, and I can check 48. It's here. Has to be an external route. Okay, and that's what we want. So if I try to ping 172.16.08.48 sourcing from my loopback, that should be okay. And since I have all these links, OSPF should be performing equal cost load balancing, and try to reach 48 source loopback. That's weird. Expect to see more. Okay, let me here from this side. 72.16.0.44 source. Yes, at least on this side it's performing, it's taking multiple paths. And yes, so that was it. We configure OSPFv2 using let me see the show our OSPF using the network command, and this enables OSPF on the interfaces that are in this range, and use also OSPF different version enabled directly on the interface. Okay, so this achieves the same result, and on this side we configure OSPFv3, and this cannot be enabled at the interface level. So check 03 interface. Yeah, This cannot be enabled at the interface level, and we redistributed between both OSPF domains. So that covers some of the topics for OSPFv2, like adjacencies. And well, another thing that we can do just because we can is to just cover a bit of network types. By default, OSPF is running on broadcast mode, and do show OSPF. Which command can show me? I believe that's do show IP protocol. Oh, no. Do show IP OSPF. OSPFv3 on 00. Show OSPFv3 to 00. Yeah. And you can see here that right now is running broadcast mode. But what I want to do is, let's suppose that I want to remove LSA type 2 between both 41 and 47 by enabling OSPF network point-to-point. Just because we can do this. So it's interface E1, I would say OSPF network point-to-point. And this is one of the requirements for adjacency. So it means that 41 must be running the same type of network. So OSPF network point-to-point, and the adjacency should be recovered. And for OS, if we had to configure this on OSPFv3, the syntax, it's a bit different. So it would be OSPFv3 network point-to-point, and we have to do this on both sides for 44. So it would be OSPFv3 network point-to-point, and the adjacency is back. Okay, and that's basically how we enable OSPFv2 v3, and I hope to cover the next video. I won't be following the videos on this specific order as the bullet points. I'll be jumping from one point to another based on how we will be deploying this network. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you in the next one.